This is about getting your power back. For too many years, we have compromised our self-worth. Why? Because we are stuck in comparison, but today we are gonna change that together. Because in this society right now, comparison can be so easy, especially with social media, and subconsciously we start to compare our life to theirs. We compare the vacation that they go on. We compare our car to their car just to check in with where they are in their life, but we sometimes forget to check in with us. Where are we in our life right now? Where am I in my life right now? Where are you in your life right now? And what can you do? What steps can you take to make that life a reality that you really dream about? Because essentially, it's not really about who is further ahead on the journey. That's like old news. I don't know if you had this in high school too, but definitely that was all we were talking about. But right now, if you are between 25 and 32, this is the time for you to double down on yourself, because this is the time where you get to create yourself and you get to create your life. Basically, any time is about yourself and creating the life that you dream about. But in this time, it's really crucial that you bring up the courage from within yourself to go after everything that you truly want. Because if you want, you can settle down one day and maybe things will be more in a routine way. But right now, you can literally move to another city tomorrow. You can do a completely different profession tomorrow. You can do everything that you want, and it's all within your power. And we sometimes forget that. We sometimes only live in that limited vision, in that cage, in that box that we put ourselves in. And this comparison really keeps us stuck, because sometimes we think, oh, she can do it, they can do it, they have their life together, but I cannot do this because of my experiences in the past that weigh me down, or just because I think that my future is predestined and I cannot change it. And let me tell you, this is all things that come from your ego, because your ego just wants to keep you safe. And that's totally fine. We love her, we accept her, and she can still be here with us. It's not about killing the ego, but it's about getting into a conversation with your ego. Just asking her, hey, I know that you want to protect me, and this is super important. I'm happy you are here. But tell me, is this really just a fear-based mindset, or are you sending me signs here, things that I get to still work on? Sometimes the ego tells us things like, I don't know, I hate, well, that's too strong, but I don't like how you look today, or you are not worthy to receive money, or whatever thoughts you may have. And this can really be a gentle conversation that we can do with our ego, asking ourselves, what can I double down on? What can I still learn to grow into that version that I want to become? And this is not about constant, never-ending self-improvement, trying to chase something and never getting there. This is about feeling great where you are right now and just building on top of that, so you can experience even more happiness, even more self-love. So all the conversations that you are having in your mind, the self-talk that you do, is crucial. Especially the conversations that you have with your ego. Because we sometimes forget that we can also talk back to our ego. When our ego says, okay, you're worthless, you are ugly, you are not successful, you are so behind, everyone else has it together, you can say, hey, I hear you, I know that I can still work on my self-love, and I'm also here to tell you I'm worthy. I am happy, I am great just as I am, and I am enough just as I am. And when you talk back to your ego day by day, you will change your conversations. You will change the conversations that you are having with yourself. And actually, those conversations that you have with yourself are the most important conversations in your life, because those conversations determine where you will go in life. And this is not about success or not success. Success is unique to you, and you can define that in any way that you want. Success here is about your maximum happiness level, because I don't know, you can choose a different purpose for life. But for me, my purpose is to create more joy in whatever I'm doing. So I'm asking myself, how can I build a vision for my life where I am the maximum happiest, joyful version of me? And whatever your purpose in life is, you can create that purpose and live that purpose. And you create and live that purpose by talking to your ego. Because if you set goals in life, if you have dreams in life, you have to become best friends with your ego. You can choose. You can still allow those negative voices to be there. Because honestly, those negative voices, for me, are my biggest motivation to get going, because I cannot tolerate this lowering worth self-talk anymore. For many years, I had conversations in my mind with myself where my ego was talking really negatively about me, just saying I am never ever enough. I am not worthy of success. I'm not worthy of, awesome friends and amazing experiences and whatever. And this was really holding me back, until one point where I chose that these haters, or this hater voice that I have inside of me, my ego just pushing me down, simply and only is one thing that is trying to keep me safe. It is trying to keep me in my comfort zone. And once I take up the courage to go outside my comfort zone, because I decide that these years of my life right now are about experimentation, about finding myself, of coming home to myself. And I decided that this ego voice is just a little part of me that gets to shrink every day, but she is my motivation, that I'm doing everything that she, like the exact opposite of what she says. She is like the parent and I'm the teenager. I'm doing the exact opposite. If she's saying to me, you are unworthy, you are not lovable, you don't deserve success, I'm like, okay, this is my drive, this is my motivation to show her, to prove to her that I am successful, I am worthy of anything that I desire. And this is a good comparison. So you are comparing yourself to you from yesterday. Life is not about comparing your unique journey with all your unique experiences to the journey of someone else, because they have completely different experiences. They grew up in a different way, or maybe even if you grew up together, every single life experience can be totally different. And that's something uniquely beautiful. And trusting that you are exactly where you need to be is so powerful, because it takes away all the pressure of thinking I am behind on life, everyone else has it together but me. So what you can do, first of all, have conversations with yourself. Send yourself voice notes, or just use your journal and talk to yourself. Write down what's on your mind, because that is the first step towards creating more awareness, towards consciously creating your life. Because if you don't recognize your thought patterns and the limiting beliefs that you have, you cannot change them. So the first step, talk to yourself. And then the second step, once you build awareness, is to actively ask yourself questions about those negative things, about those limiting beliefs. And if you only have positive beliefs and everything, and that's your self-talk, good on you, girl. Go ahead, this is awesome. But if you notice when you're writing down your thoughts or you're sending yourself voice notes that there is limiting negativity coming up, you can talk back to yourself. You can do the exact opposite. So whenever you write down things like, I am not worthy of success, I am not enough, I think I'm not beautiful enough, you can use like the other page, write down every negative thing onto the left page, and then use the right page to write everything that you love about yourself. So you are reconditioning yourself, you are reconditioning your own self-talk. And that is really beautiful because day by day you will also see that your self-talk is getting more encouraging. So when you are starting to go after your dreams, you're not listening to the voice, oh, you are not good enough. You better stop this because this is never gonna work. But suddenly you hear voices that are cheering you on, supporting you, and being like your biggest fan club. So your self-talk is everything in life. It really changes how happy you are with yourself, your world, and your level of self-love and confidence. For me, it affects every area of my life. And this is something that I did not learn in books. I did not learn in YouTube videos or just the resources for my personal growth. This is what I learned from like all these life experiences I had, and one day realizing that this inner voice that I'm having, she is a part of me, but she is not me. And that was such a powerful realization because before I was identifying with that voice inside of me. So I thought, I am her, I am my ego, and I'm just this negative voice. But since realizing that I am not my ego, I am just a pure happy soul in this like life experience, I suddenly understood that I am so much more than that. And I don't need to listen to my ego. Who even says that I need to listen to my ego? Who even says that anyone needs to listen to their ego? You can listen to your soul voice, your happy voice, that what is guiding you from within, because you are so much more than the limiting ego vision of yourself. So whenever you have thoughts that are keeping you stuck, you can also allow them to flow, because it's not about shutting your ego out, sending her right through the door, and never allowing her back in, because that resistance will only create more resistance and will make the noise and the like sounds of your ego, the things that she's saying to you, louder. So it's all getting expanded. And what you focus on grows. So if you focus on your ego and focus on shutting her out, you are focusing on the negative aspects. But instead, if you choose to focus on your love, the love for yourself and the love for your life, you are sending energy into that positive direction. So you are consciously putting that energy towards something you want to grow and expand. Whatever you focus on will grow in your life. And this is such a beautiful reminder that also shapes my life every single day, because life happens, right? Everything, you can have a bad day, and that's totally okay. A bad day does not mean we have a bad life. So once we have a day where our thoughts are all negative, we can choose the next day, the next morning. Every day is a new chance for you to grow, for you to be happy, for you to be joyful. And every day I imagine myself being reborn again, because being reborn again for me means that my past is past, and therefore my past is over. My negative thoughts from yesterday don't affect my happiness level today. Because sometimes this can really be a trap, where our negative thoughts from yesterday feel like they are still coming to the surface today. Because I was thinking negative things about me, I was saying I am not enough, because I said that yesterday, I still think that I'm not enough today. That's why a new year is so powerful, because we leave that old personality behind. But honestly, you can do your new year ritual every single day, because when you wake up every single morning, you get to choose who you are. And that is another important word. You get to choose. It is not happening randomly. No one says you have to be a certain way. Maybe they say that, but you don't even have to believe it, right? You get to create yourself. You get to create your day, you get to create your life, and you do that by your positive self-talk, especially right after you wake up. Because those first 15 minutes right after you wake up are here to help us program our subconsciousness. Those 15 minutes are like the doorway to your subconsciousness, and you get to positively influence yourself. So if you are still laying in bed like the first 5 minutes after your alarm goes off, that is the exact time of your day where you can condition yourself. So even if you don't feel like saying things like, today is the greatest day I will ever have, and you're like, I don't even believe it. You can still do things that feel good to you. Repeat affirmations that you don't even have to think about, like, I am enough, I am worthy. These are just 3 words, and you can repeat them over and over again. And it's 1,000 times better than usually, I don't know if that's happening with you too, but my conversations when I wake up are like, I am tired. I wish I could sleep for 1 more hour. I don't want to get up. Maybe it's cold outside and raining. I don't want to get ready and do this today. But instead of pulling myself down right in the beginning of the day, I choose day by day to speak positively to myself right in the morning. Do affirmations, or just, bring that cheerleader best friend voice out and let her talk. It doesn't have to be like a fluffy thing where you repeat things that don't really resonate with you. Find affirmations, or just find words. Find sentences that feel good for you and that resonate with you. And resonate just means that they bring some positive feeling up in you. And whenever you feel like a joyful, happy sensation when you repeat a sentence, like, I am exactly where I need to be, I am powerful, whatever fills your cup, right? This can be unique to you. You know that those affirmations are here for you. And you can even write them down and put them on your bedside table so you remember to speak them while you lay in bed, or you can repeat them while you brush your teeth. The important thing is that you do it right in the morning after you woke up, and this will be such a game changer to push your positive self-talk into a direction where it's creating your life from abundance, from love, and not being pushed by fear and feeling of unworthiness. So your self-talk is the most powerful force in life. And I am so grateful for you to be here. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out, and I will be happy to answer them. See you next time.